Hey guys, Kyle, the Death Knight of Anime here, bringing you my review for One Piece chapter 938. And okay, so where the hell am I even supposed to begin with this chapter? Okay, first things first. I'm an idiot. I'll call myself on being an idiot for not even realizing last week that the woman that Zoro saved was in fact Komurasaki. Like I should have realized that sooner with Toko being there, but I don't know what I was thinking by thinking that. But I don't know what I was thinking at the time. I thought she was. I accidentally thought she was just some random lady. But yeah, that is Komurasaki. And just the fact that Komurasaki is alive, coupled with Kyoshiro's little moment in this chapter, does convince me that they probably staged her death as part of a plan that Komurasaki asked him to help her with, or he just decided to troll Orochi. I think somewhere in between these two is what we're looking at in this situation. But the fact that Komurasaki's alive isn't even the biggest reveal. And while I'm sure other reviewers, other people have already figured this out a long time ago like I have, dial that number, motherfuckers, because I called it. Komurasaki is Hiyori, who, not surprisingly, has been looking for Momo just as much as he has her. And the weirdest thing about this is that, in a way, her goal of finding her brother adds a lot more validity as to why she became a courtesan. Especially how it meant she could freely travel around Wano to look for him. But like what makes okay this kind of just made me real like with her being a courtesan, it just made me realize just pretty much how just what exactly what she was trying to do. Like her like with her job as a courtesan, it would she could basically travel pretty much freely around Wano and basically and with different men and assigned to different men or whatever. But the problem with that is like and how this correlates with her finding her brother. It's the weirdest thing to say, but she probably became a courtesan in order to hopefully find her brother, who she probably thought that her brother was basically a grown man, but. So and that's the reason as to why she became a courtesan in order to make it easier to find him under that assumption that Momo was basically grown up. But in this current situation, pretty much being a courtesan, it was the reason as for why is basically null and void, because Momo is basically still a kid. He hasn't aged a day because he was thrust through time. So it's like I am this kind of just makes me so this makes me want if I'm right in my assumption of what of why she became a courtesan, then if assuming this is the reason she became a courtesan, then the reunion is going to be hilarious. It is just going to be downright hilarious to see for sure. But definitely on a more serious note about this, like I said, she was pretty much traveling around Wano under the assumption that her brother was all grown up. So she used being a courtesan as the easiest method of doing that, of finding him. But the biggest obstacle that inevitably kind of came in the way is that Orochi fell in love with her. So. And because Orochi kept kind of requesting her to come to the palace again and again, I think it just became one of those situations where Hiyori ended up needing a bit of an out. So yeah, it makes her fake death a lot more of a bit more of a reasonable now. Also, yes, I've still got my hawk eyes on Kyoshiro, because even if he's doing all this just to troll Orochi, or if he's just got his own plan or whatever, it's clear that Oda's playing him up as he's playing up like he's gonna have some major part. He's still gonna have some major part to play in all this, especially considering we're seeing all the allies of the resistance being rounded up and taken to the palace. When you group a bunch of badasses together like that, it's just to know that something is gonna pop, or honestly, honestly, just kind of taking Kyoshiro out of the equation for a minute. I'm curious. The one thing I really want to see out of this is that if all these if all these resistance guys are being rounded up and taken to the palace for as prisoners, then I feel that this would kind of be playing into what Shuten Maru was basically was telling Momonosuke early in the arc about he needs to gain the respect of the people, especially needs to gain the respect of the people. So I think with all these rebels being rounded up, I think this is going to be the opportunity that Momonosuke is going to get in order to step up and become the leader and become the new leader and the new daimyo of Wano. I think that's kind of the sense I'm getting, is that if Kyoshido isn't going to have a part to play in freeing these rebels, then obviously it's going to be Momo that is probably we're going to see pretty much step up and say I'm your leader, I'm back, I'm here to lead you, and I basically need your strength in order to regain Wano. I can kind of see that being I can kind of feel that that's kind of what Oda might be setting up for basically Momo, because we definitely need a little more. We definitely need a little bit of a conclusion to. We definitely need a little bit of a resolution to basically what Shuten Maru was telling Momo. So this might be it. But either way, it does feel like we're not too far off from the big climax. I mean, even a certain character in the chapter says it outright that we are headed for the final battle now. And yeah, speaking of which, okay. I'm convinced. I am thoroughly convinced after reading this chapter that Oda uses Zoro as a means to fuck with us. Because not only did we get the reveal that Komurasaki was Hiyori in this chapter, thanks to Zoro saving her, but we find out that the little old man that was traveling that Zoro was traveling with a couple chapters back supposedly is a member of the Resistance. And when the latter reveal was made, no joke, I lost my shit. Like, I was legitimately speechless. It's one of those things that's so out of left field, yet because it's Oda, this man has some kind of fucking magic, it still bizarrely makes so much fucking sense. Like, with this guy, with this little old man being a member of the Resistance, it's so out of left field, but it somehow makes sense. It just does. Like, you just have to almost accept that fact. And I don't, like, I honestly don't even know what fucking kind of lucky ass star Zoro was born under to be this lucky. But seriously, share some of that luck with the rest of us unlucky bastards, Zoro. Seriously, give us some of that shit now. I want some of that. like honestly, like I'm literally speechless to that. Oda, I don't know what you do. I want to understand you, but you... Oh, maybe it's just Oda. I don't know. He just makes this shit work somehow. He does. I got nothing. Oda, you just keep doing you, bro. That's all I'm gonna say. And one thing I liked about this chapter is it did show how the allies of the rebellion being captured is affecting the alliance, and even though things are probably gonna get back on track now that the old guys arrived again, weird, but whatever. Also, honestly with the whole reveal that the alliance is starting to break up, that honestly in itself even kind of reinforces even more that for me that this is probably going to be that actually reinforces for me even more that this is going to this is building up to pretty much Momo to kind of stepping up and being the leader that basically Shuten Maru kind of expects out of him. But and if I did have any expectations, I don't know if I do have any expectations pretty much going into this final battle, is that I want to see Inuarashi end up doing something cool or just get involved soon, because I feel like he's been kind of in the background too much, and I get that this mission of gathering everyone required stealth, but hopefully hopefully now that things have kind of gone awry, hopefully we're gonna get to see Inuarashi just kind of contribute a little more. Like, yeah, I just want to see him. Now that things have gone awry, like let's just get into it. That's kind of what I'm saying here. Um, but yeah, guys, that's all I got for this review. If you enjoyed the video, like, comment, subscribe. Follow me on Twitter, Facebook, and list to Crunchyroll. Dead Knight of Enemy, signing off. Later, guys.